I don't remember exactly when my innocence began to rot. Perhaps it was the first time I met there. Perhaps it was long before that, when my mother's voice became a blade and my father's absence became my constant companion. All I know is, I wasn't born a monster. But that's what they call me now, the girl who dumped her baby in a trash can. The whole of Osogbo has a new name for me, Which? Let me take you back. My name is Morenikeji Ajibola, but everyone called me Keji. I was the last born of 4 daughters, a family of women blessed with beauty and burdened with silence. We lived in a faded bungalow at the edge of town, near the rustling bushes that held secrets older than our lineage. My mother, Aya Ronk, sold akara by the roadside and beat the fear of God into us with the same greasy hands. My father, Baba Ronk, had fled to Lagos to find better work and never came back. I was 16 when I met there. He was 23, a copper posted from Abeokuta with soft eyes and an easy smile. He taught English at my school, and every girl in senior secondary had a crush on him. But it was me he noticed. Me he pulled aside after class one day with a nervous chuckle and a compliment about my essay on Chinua Achebe. "You have a mind like fire, Keji," he said. And for the first time, I believed I was more than a body meant for market or marriage. I shouldn't have let it happen. I knew the rules. He was my teacher, I was his student. But forbidden fruit glows brighter in the dark, and I had grown up in shadows. We kept it secret. At first, it was innocent, notes, long stares, laughter after school under the mango tree behind the staff quarters. But secrets ferment. One evening, when the sun was too lazy to set and the air was thick with the scent of rain, it happened. I gave myself to him completely, trembling and unsure, but craving the closeness. He whispered, "I love you," and I, foolishly, believed him. Months passed. My belly swelled. My mother noticed. Her beatings turned into weeping, then silence. She stopped looking me in the eye. Dare had already completed his service and left. No forwarding address. No number. Nothing. I carried the baby with bitterness. The town gossiped. Girls who used to braid my hair now spat when I passed. The church elders refused to let my mother sit in the front pew. We were cursed, they said. We had invited disgrace. I should mention here that my eldest sister, Ronk, tried to help. She snuck me small snacks, whispered jokes into my ear. "At least we'll have a bouncing baby who looks like dare to slap one day," she said once, trying to make me laugh. But there was nothing funny about the shame. About the nights I cried into my pillow, whispering, "Why me?" until the words lost meaning. The day I went into labor, it rained as if the sky wanted to drown the earth. I gave birth on a mat in our tiny living room, my mother muttering prayers and curses under her breath. When the baby finally came out, he didn't cry. Not until I touched him. He had Dare's nose. And I hated him for it. I didn't sleep that night. The baby, my baby, slept in a basket beside me. He was warm, soft, and smelled like milk and new beginnings. But I didn't feel love. I felt fear. Shame. Rage. At dawn, I wrapped him in an old wrapper and crept out. The streets were still wet, quiet except for a barking dog in the distance. I walked to the marketplace. The bins overflowed with rotting tomatoes, fish heads, and flies. I don't know what came over me. I whispered, "I'm sorry," kissed his forehead, and placed him gently inside the trash can behind Mama Shade's store. Then I ran. They found him before noon. A beggar woman had heard his cries. My wrapper gave me away. The police came. The judge asked, why? I couldn't speak. The court sentenced me to a juvenile correctional facility. I stayed there for 2 years. I swept floors, read books, and learned to live with the whispers of dead babies in my dreams. My mother stopped visiting after 6 months. Ronk sent me letters. In one, she said, he survived. They named him Ayotunde. He lives with a foster family now. I cried for the first time in months. I was released on my 20th birthday. No one waited outside. I walked home alone, past the same roads I once strode with swollen feet and hopeless eyes. Home wasn't home anymore. The house had been sold. Mama was gone. Ronk lived in Abuja. I rented a single room and got work at a tailoring shop. Sometimes I hear children laugh outside and wonder which one is mine. I wonder if he looks like me now. I tell this story not for pity, but for understanding. To the girls who think love is enough, who give themselves to boys who promise the moon, remember my name. Morenikeji Ajibola. The girl who dumped her baby in a trash can. I wasn't evil. I was just a child who lost her way. But in life, some mistakes echo forever. And some innocence, once lost, can never be regained.